Good evening and welcome to the Evening Review. My name is Sukhane Tlhache and I'm joined telephonically by Reinhold, who is expressing his concerns on the recent sail drone discovered off Namibian waters. Good afternoon, good evening, Reinhold. How are you?
Fine, thank you. A very good afternoon, sir.
How concerned are you about the recent discovery of the sail drone in Namibian waters?
Namibian citizens, concerning Namibian citizens, I'm having a serious concern about this sail drone, which was found in our Namibian waters, collecting data or spying without permissions or unlawful in our country. So, therefore, this is, in my opinion, this is a serious concern. And the Namibian government should make serious investigations in this matter, especially our Namibian intelligence services should investigate this matter as a serious matter. So I'm concerning about our country's security. To spy our country or to send sail drone in our country is not in the best interest of Namibian nations, and it's not in the best interest of our national security. So the serious investigation is needed in this matter, and I advise Namibian government to get the people with technical experience to examine, to do examination on sail drone. So to find out the purpose of it. So, and once if our Namibian government find out the owner of such sail drone, he or she must get a serious fine, because sail drone is too expensive. It's not a cheap thing, which is, according to my research, which is costing 80 million or 150 USA million dollars. So it's too expensive. And even when you rent it in USA, you just rent it to at least 2,500 USA dollars per day. But if someone is renting it from outside the country, then it is charged, it's costing 100,000 per day. So this automatically means that the owner or the purpose to send out that such a sail drone to our country unlawfully is a big issue, which a serious investigation is needed. When we look, I'm concerned about the security of our country. When we look at last year, if I'm not mistaken, there was also some people or foreigners spying at the Grootfontein military base. They were taking photos, and up to now, as a nation, we do not know whether there is a serious case against those people who were spying there or not. Now, this year, 2023, there is a sail drone which found at the road in Namibian waters, collecting data unlawful. Therefore, I'm calling upon the Namibian government to investigate this matter. And whoever send such a sail drone, he or she must be fined as a serious fine. And I suggest that once if our government found out the owner of sail drone, he or she must be fined not less than 150 USA million dollars as a part of fine. If it's any individual, he or she can even be prosecuted. If it is belongs to USA government, maybe if it belongs to USA government, then I suggest that we should apply the sanctions, international sanctions, against whoever sent such final drone to our country.
Now, I want to know from your end, what does the discovery of this saildrone mean in terms of the Namibia's ability to safeguard its waters?
Namibia as government should make sure the safety and the security of the country is always under control. So seriously, we need a safety and security in this country. So the intelligence services and the Namibian Navy should control or patrol in the sea, either at the roadways or at the walls by sea. We need a serious safety and security of this country.
Mm. Now, Mr. Reinhold,
Yeah.
the U.S. government has denied any involvement with regards to the ownership of the saildrone, while the operators of the saildrone say that it was being used for research purposes in Namibian waters. Are you satisfied with that explanation?
So, who came to such conclusion?
It's
the
what
Namibian government or USA government?
No, the U.S. government said they are not involved in the operation of the saildrone. Are you satisfied with the explanation that they have issued that they have no involvement and that is purely used for research?
No. The serious investigation is still needed. Because we do not know what was the purpose and who gave them permission, whether there is nothing behind such a saildrone. What was the purpose and who gave them the permission to send it into our country? When we look at USA, they are complaining about Chinese saildrone, which was found in USA. Why they are concerning? And what is the difference between the different missions between saildrone and the spy drone?
Mm.
So, if it's not the same mission or purpose, why they are concerning about the Chinese and why Namibia is just a silent about saildrone which we found in our Namibian waters?
Mm.
So this is a serious matter. We need to investigate this matter as a country and to give a fine to anybody who sends such a saildrone in our sea. We can't really have our country to be ungovernable country. It's a very serious matter. And these things, saildrone which came in our country unlawful, it is giving the information to USA, and they will not know as a Republic of Namibia what is the purpose to use such saildrone in our Namibian waters, and collecting data and everything what they need to be kept at the USA. It's a very serious matter. The government should give the fine to anybody who sends such a saildrone in our Namibian waters.
Mm.
So we can't just keep quiet like that. And I think it's not. Yeah, I think it's not even a first time for USA or for Namibia to find out any related spy related things in Namibia. Some years ago, we got a news about the spying at the Walvis Bay Sea. So, but it was connected to USA again, and again now it's a roadblock. So we cannot keep quiet like that. We must give them a fine. They must pay so that we can even use those money to boosting our country's economy.
And then, before we go for a break, I just want to know from your end briefly, before we go for a break, what this fine that you are suggesting, or this punishment that you are suggesting, what form should it be, and how much should Namibia fine the operators of the saildrone?
So I suggest that Namibia should give the fine of closer to either 150 USA million or billion. So it's a fine. Because once we let it be like that, without giving them fine, then Namibia will be or remain as an ungovernable country. So it will remain unrestricted country. The foreigner can send whatever they send to our country, they want to send to our country for unknown purpose or for the purpose known by them only. They must pay the fine.
Mr. Reinhold, would like you to hold on for a brief moment. We are quickly going for a commercial break. While we go for commercial break, we'd kindly like you to stay to stay with us while we go for a commercial break. We'll be back shortly.
The Agenda is a weekly national affairs interview program hosted every Sunday by Namibian Sun editor Toivon Jabela, featuring a panel of high-profile newsmakers, analysts, and experts. The Agenda aims to reach high-end news consumers seeking informed understanding of national issues. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and the Namibia Media Holdings Facebook platform. The Agenda focuses on interviews where we put the nation in the hot seat. Contact Agenda at synergy.com.na to get your product and service in the hot seat. The Agenda, focused on today's conversation.
The My.NA Cars Show provides viewers with the best in-class cars content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest cars-related news, products, and services. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Cars, more than just a ride.
Tourismus Namibia is a weekly tourism show that brings you the latest news in the tourism industry and topics related to that. Tourismus aims at reaching travelers, accommodation, restaurant establishments, agricultural and financial institutions. The show focuses on tourism news, where to travel to fit your budget, 4x4 drives, routes and destinations, and so much more. Tourismus is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and cross-chat on the following Facebook platforms: the Republikein, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun, and Namibia Media Holdings. Contact Tourismus at synergy.com.na for news and advertising-related queries. Tourismus, bringing the world to Namibia.
Welcome back to the Evening Review. Now, Mr. Reinhold, what should be done to ensure that Namibia does not experience something like this anymore as far as sail drones are concerned in its waters?
Hello?
I'm saying, what should be done to ensure that, from the part of the NDF and government, to ensure that something like this does not happen again?
Okay, thank you very much for the good question. Namibia, we have a navy which is responsible to control Namibian water or in the sea. So they must do their job to ensure that each and every day the security of the country must come first. So they must do their job properly to control in the sea, to ensure that there is no foreign spies in our country. So, because it seems like there is no security in our country when it comes to Namibian waters. That's why there is a saildrone that was found in Namibian water. So, and nobody, physically from Namibian military navy, nobody found it or saw who brought it here and how it came here. It was only discovered, but nobody saw who brought it here and how was it ended up in our Namibian water.
Mm.
It seems like there is no control. There is no control. There is no control. Seriously, we need to improve. We need to improve the system so that we must ensure that the national security is protected.
Mm. And then I want to know from your end, the Namibia Defence Force has taken the sail drone into its possession. What should they be looking at, and once investigations are done, should this sail drone be returned to its operators, or should it completely be confiscated and become the property of the Namibian government?
So I'm of the view that once the investigation is done or completed, sail drone should not be handed over to its sender or to its owner anymore. So, and it must be destroyed because we are not aware. We don't have a more technical information about such sailor drone. Whether it is still spying wherever Namibian government is kept it, maybe it's still spying. We are not aware if it is still spying or it's no longer spying. So therefore, I suggest that once if the investigation is completed and all actions taken against the sender, so then it must be destroyed, completely destroyed.
Mm. And
yes.
If Namibia were to destroy the sail drone, don't you think that this will harm the relation that Namibia has with the other countries who are involved or in the operation of the sail drone?
Sorry?
I'm saying, if the sail drone is destroyed, don't you think that this could harm the reputation of Namibia going forward, instead of looking for an amicable solution with regards to its operations?
Yeah, that's why I suggested that it can be destroyed after the completion of investigations, or the owner should be also fined. So he also must be fined, and even I don't think if it is it over. So, but we must also look at our law. Either our law is there is some provision which can give or state jurisdiction to Namibian government to own it or to destroy it or to hand it over. So if it can be handed it over, then if it can hand it over to the owner, then I think I don't have really any issue. But the owner should pay the fine for sending single drone unlawful to spy our country.
And then my last question now is, the NDF has the sail drone in its possession. Are you confident in the NDF's ability to investigate this matter and to bring it to a conclusion?
Yes, it is our NDF, it's our Namibian Defense Force. I have a confidence in our military. So I cannot lose confidence in our military. I respect it. And as a Namibian citizen, I'm looking forward to see the result from the investigations and the further actions. So against the owner or the sender of said sailor drone in our country unlawful.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Evening Review, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for tuning into the Evening Review. Good night.